Hello, everybody. Welcome to the interview part of the Just Talk podcast. I'm here with Lilly Phillips.
Hi.
She's the first person to do that.
First person.
Wow.
Congratulations. You did it. You did it. Because whenever he like introduces the interview part, everyone just stands there like sits there like just blankly, and they're like, "Oh, I'm supposed to say something."
This is the first time in podcast history that someone actually knew to say, something. That's
good
crazy.
job. 1 of 1.
Yeah, no, that you just won a lot of points for that. Honestly. All right, so my first question for you here is: was there any players growing up that inspired your game?
I always really liked Elena Deladon. We don't really play the same position, but I just really liked watching her.
Okay, so you don't play the same positions, but was there anything like you took from her? Because at the end of the day, like it could be like non-actually playing abilities, like work ethic, somebody how they approach the game. So was there anything in that aspect?
I feel like I always really liked the Chicago Sky growing up, and she was on that team at the time. So I feel like...
Why'd you like the Sky, though?
I know. It was really random, but I think I just liked that team. And, like, Candace Parker was once on the Sky, so I just really liked the Sky.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Growing up in Connecticut, I thought a Sun would be the...
No, I'm not from Connecticut. I'm from Greenwich, New York. Wrong Connecticut. Wrong Greenwich, yeah.
So I thought you'd be a Liberty fan, but they just suck.
They were terrible when I was young.
So she was a Chicago Sky fan and a Golden State 2016 Warriors fan.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
No, I was gonna say a clear bandwagon.
Yeah.
She was not ready for the trenches like I was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we'll save you.
Oh, the amount of terrible years. Oh gosh, don't even want to think about it. Anyway, next question here. So, Cambridge Central at high school. So how was the transition from that to D1 when it comes to level of play?
Yeah, I mean, Cambridge was Class C. It was very small. There was only like maybe 10 of us on a team. Like there was no tryouts. Like it's whoever signed up played kind of thing. So it was a big transition. It was more like AAU helped me get to the college level because high school was the competition wasn't very good. Like we made it to states, so the competition wasn't great compared to AAU. So
got it. So it really did not much for you. It was more of the AAU. Now, speaking of AAU, or current teammate Bella Stewart, how when she ended up transferring, did you have any role in that?
I know she definitely wanted to come home to play for the rest of her career. So she definitely reached out, and I tried to help her a little bit because obviously I was here and I had played with her. So it was easy to just like fight for her. So, yeah.
Now, you have surpassed the 500-point mark as an Albany Great Dane. So my question for you here is, with achieving that milestone, what does that mean?
I mean, I wasn't really like looking, I guess, for that accomplishment, but I don't know. It's a good accomplishment. I feel like it's more just so like my teammates kind of just passing me the ball, getting me open. That's really it.
Getting bucks.
But I mean, for me, how I look at it is I see a lot of loyalty in that, because as a day where we were talking yesterday with Tyreek Smith, a lot of people love hopping the portal. So for you to stay here, was that something hard for you to do, or have you just loved your experience here so much you never even thought about it?
No, I've never thought about transferring. I mean, just the recruiting process, like I never thought about leaving the school, so I took that process really seriously, and I really like being close to home, so it was super easy.
Now, speaking of the recruiting process, did you choose Albany because of how close it was to home, or was there other options that you were thinking about?
I had some other schools for sure, but I think like being close to home was definitely a factor, and then just the coaches and like the family atmosphere.
Now, you being a veteran, especially as Great Dane, and having all these incoming freshmen, how do you help prepare them for this upcoming season?
Yeah, it's a lot different. I feel like our team is new in general, so it's kind of just helping them, but also like the transfers out. But it's super easy. Like they're all super coachable, so it's easy to just talk to them. So yeah.
But do you think there was something that you had to prepare them for, whether it be like because I mean, think about it. Like, you know, you have Bella transferred here, and then, you know, you had other transfers. I'm pretty sure. Is this Lacey's first season?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lacey and Casey.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you obviously have like multiple freshmen here. You know, they're not used to Great Day basketball, obviously. I mean, Bella a little bit because she played the American East, but not to the extent. Was there anything you were able to tell them about in particular for them to feel more at home? Like, was there anything that you had to prepare them about? I mean,
I guess it was more just like, I think for the freshmen, it was hard because it's like they haven't had college experience at all. So I think it was more just helping them out more than the transfers because they didn't know what college basketball was going to be like. I mean, a lot of them are international, so they were getting homesick like right from the beginning. So
got it.
It was more just like being together all the time, like doing stuff outside of basketball, just hanging out like at the apartments and all that kind of thing, and like actually like asking for help. Like we say that to them all the time, like don't just like stand there not knowing what to do. So like, but like in everything, like basketball or off the court, like always like ask for help.
So more of the help they needed was less on the court, but more off the court and off the court.
Yeah, I mean, like I think the little things for sure on the court, like just helping them like with the plays and like what coach is looking for specifically, like with saying yes coach or like getting places fast. But it definitely, I think, is more off the court than on because they're very coachable. So
my last question for you is, you know, so unfortunately, you know, great season last year, lose to Vermont. What do you think is different about this season that can get you over the hump that wasn't there last season?
I think we have a lot more threats offensively. I mean, in the past, we played a very slow game and we were not able to put a lot of points up on the board. It was just really our defense. And I think like the defense is still going to be there, but we have more of a transition game and just offensive threats in general. So we're going to actually be able to put some points on the board.
Now imagine if we had the offense of the last year's men's team and the defense of last year's women's.
They're probably national champions. Exactly. National champions.
Putting up 100 points and or 90 points and letting up 50 or 60.
Yeah,
that would be pretty good.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you for your time and hope you had a decent time on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.